Have you been looking at that TomTom trucker? That new GPS? Is it going to be worth it? Find out now. Here we go with the unboxing and the review. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this all with one hand. Let's see how well this works out. This is the front of the box here. I need to clean my camera, so give me 1 second. Okay, so here's the front of the box. Basically, gives you a little bit of everything. 6-inch touchscreen, interactive maps, and lane guidance, and lifetime mapping updates, and all that good jazz. Made for truckers, so we're going to test this out. Plus it shows you a little bit more here, you know, truck routing and all that good stuff. Then you got on the back of it stuff like that. It shows you a little bit of the display. The box is on the cheap side, but you know, hey, what do you expect? So it slides open. As you can tell, I'm doing it with one hand. See how well it works. I thought my camera was zoomed in here. So we got the display here. If I can get that out with one hand, which almost doesn't feel like it. It's in there pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and knock that out there real quick. And so you got your display. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I believe it's about the same weight as the Ram McNally that I got. Not as big, of course. You got your speakers and your docking area. On the bottom side, you have your normal power ports and all that good stuff. It's supposed to be held up by a magnet, I guess. So we got this. Got the good old handy pamphlet about it. This is pretty cool. It gives you actually one of those dash plates so you can stick your suction cup to it if you ain't got a firm dash. So that's pretty good. Unless you want to stick it to the window. And then you got your regular mount here, your suction cup mount. USB cord. And a car charger. Let's see, does it show the amperage on here? Give me 1 second here. .2 output amps. So basically any of your USB drives will definitely power it. And then we got an empty box. So that covers the inbox, or I mean the unboxing. So basically you have your GPS unit, car charger, and all your necessary stuff. Let's get on with that review. Back after a day's worth of use, we're letting it load up right here. As you can tell, it actually doesn't take too long to load up compared to some of the other GPSs out there. There are some goods, there are some bads. So we'll go ahead and start off with the goods. It shows your truck speed and stuff like that while you're out there. It allows you to put your different weights and your heights and all that good jazz. The screen quality is actually pretty good, even in the bright daylight. Hopefully you guys are able to see this. Kind of see where I'm at there. We are at night, so it's going to be, you know, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. But you got a menu button here and shows all your different, you know, different selections and stuff like that. As you can tell, the only bad thing is it shows gas stations and parking. Nothing really about truck stops or way stations or anything that you can actually use as a trucker. So that's one of the downfalls. The volume is really nice on here. See if we can turn it towards daylight. Oh, that's voice instructions. Never mind. Hold on. There we go. Go back to the daylight side. Now that you can see it, hopefully better. But you know, when you go to drive to, it asks you address, points of interest, all that kind of good stuff. Very easily to type, all that good stuff. They do have different voices, which I kind of like. I like to be able to change voices. Of course, the suction cup on this table does not work very well. Sorry about all the camera shaking, guys. I need to get a mount for my cell phone. But, you know, you can change your voices, you can change your vehicle, stuff like that. That shows you all your heights and weights and stuff like that. Different voices. I mean, you got all kinds of them. I mean, this one here.
You have reached your destination.
You got the Siri voice.
Hi, I'm Samantha. I can read signposts, road numbers, and street names out loud.
So, I mean, there's a bunch of them. You know what I mean? So it all depends on what you want. I went ahead and with the Siri just so it would show the you know, read the names and all that. I mean, hell, it reads out everything, as you can see right there on the list, you know. It's pretty good. You can use voice control on it. View the maps, route planning, sound. That's just all your settings, you know, all the different stuff that you can do. This is actually going to be a fairly quick review on this, because there's actually not too much to it. I mean, it's really basic, and it's falling again. We're going to go ahead and set that down. But, I mean, overall, the mount is great. Here, this part. You know, it comes off this way. It comes off at an angle. I had the little suction pad like this. I have one mounted on my dash already. And I went ahead and stuck, you know, used a suction cup on it. It fell off once. Not the GPS part, but just the suction part. Now, granted, I didn't have it mounted on my window, so that might have been part of it. But overall, would I suggest this GPS to anybody? I was going to say yes, until I went to the Chicago area. Even though I had it set up for truck routing, you know, that I was driving a truck, I had my Rand McNally over there, because I've always been a Rand McNally fan. I've always liked their material. But I wanted something different. I wanted to try it out, because I used to use TomTom a lot in my cars. So, wanted to see what the big deal about it was. Well, TomTom wanted me to go to the express routes, which would be fine, except for there's signs all over the place, no trucks on the express lanes. So, I mean, other than that, it routed me the same way as my Rand McNally did, which, I mean, I already knew how to get to my yard, but that would allow me to see how it's going to run you, you know what I mean? The only bad thing, other than putting me on a non-truck route, you know, if you weren't paying attention to it, you weren't paying attention to the road, you were just following your GPS, that could put you in the wrong area. Not to mention, I had it avoid tolls. I had it set up to avoid tolls, avoid ferries, avoid dirt roads or unpaved roads, but yet it still routed me on a toll road. Had it under the fastest route, but it still routed me on a toll road. So I don't know if that's a big part of it, you know, or not. There might be some more settings in there to change. I didn't really get into it. Like I said, it was a one-day use. I myself, I'm going to take this thing back, because to me, all it is a car GPS that you can put your truck information in. That's basically it. I mean, there's nothing special about it. I like the Rand McNally. I'm going to end up trading this. Well, I'm going to return this, and I'm going to get the Garmin, We're going to test out a Garmin. I've never had a Garmin before, but I've heard good reviews about them. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. Also do a review about that one. But with the TomTom here, for the size, the price, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Good picture quality, good display, good speaker. I mean, awesome speaker. Better than the Rand McNally tablet speaker. But for truck drivers, I wouldn't waste your money on it. Because it's just... And I mean, this is all in my opinion, of course, you know. But it's just not really trucker friendly, I guess you can say. It does show you, like I said, it does show you your speed. It shows you what roads you're on. It'll let you know if you're speeding, stuff like that. It does change. It does show you what the truck speed limit is. Like when I was going through Indiana, you know, it was showing 65 and then 60 and stuff like that, where car speed limits are faster. So it's got some parts, but I'm sorry, TomTom, you're just a little off on your programming there. Hopefully you guys can make some changes, which TomTom is good on making changes. It does have the red light cameras and all that kind of stuff on there, which can definitely be a plus. But I think that's about it for this review. Quick, simple, you know, 10-minute review, unboxing, and all that good jazz. Overall, I mean, decent unit if you want to use it in your car. But for fellow truck drivers, especially some of you new drivers coming out here, because of the price being, you know, one of the cheaper ones, I would not get it. I just wouldn't do it because you don't have any information on there. You know, way stations, truck stops, hell, sent me on the wrong road. Or it didn't send me on the wrong road, but it tried to. We'll do it that way. But that'll conclude this review. We'll be taking this thing back and doing a Garmin tomorrow. So with that being said, for all you professional drivers out there, stay safe, make that money. And for all you four-wheelers and everybody else, don't text and drive. Be safe. Have a good one.